Hello. Hello.
There you are.
Hello.
Hey. There's my light. I'm still playing with this light to get the right, I guess a little bit there. And then I wonder if I could turn this phone around and use the bigger camera. And then
Go sideways.
yes, oh yeah, but then I can't see you. So I gotta leave it like this then. That's what I'll do. All right, let me go back. And then yeah, because this is a long form. And then I got my little phone holder mounted to the top of my monitor now.
Cool.
There, how's that?
Perfect.
Yeah, so it's like hanging over my monitor now at the top there. And now I've got my full screen there in front of me, my light here off to the side. Here, these colors, tell me which color you like better. So it's like that white, medium, and then more yellow.
Medium probably is my favorite.
Okay, the middle one, all right.
I haven't lit this candle since the day you called.
What a story.
Warm it up in here a little bit. Oh, I saw my backside. Forgot about that.
Well, you're wearing a maid's, or what is that? Like Christian, a Christian outfit.
I'm wearing a towel.
Oh, that's a towel.
And then they got cold, so I put pants on.
You look like a nun.
I love that.
So, now that I see that back corner over there, I'm gonna get a colored light. I'm gonna have to put some sort of LED over there. So you see, this is all part of the creation. So this is like really like the official. Like we'll mix a little bit of what we recorded already with this.
Mm-hmm.
And it will make this like episode 1, because this is really where it all started. Because before we were talking earlier, and we were talking about all the little changes that we're going to make to your channels, and things that I've learned, and changes that I'm going to make to my channel, or changes that I've already made. And I think part of what this is about how do you launch a YouTube channel? What are the tips and tricks? And the people that start watching it now are going to see how this energy in our existence, like you were saying about, like manifestation, and how you want things to happen, and it's finally the time, and then things kind of just conspire to, when you start focusing on it, things kind of start to like fall into place.
Yeah, I guess that sounds like that sounds good, truth, but there's something so much, it's like the fear got really big, but the ability to be with the fear is catching up.
Oh, okay. Well, hold that thought for a second. Do you have a light that's in front of you?
Mm-hmm.
You need a light in front of you, into your face.
It kind of there.
Kinda, yeah, it's kinda. But your face is too dark. Like you can see mine clearly because I have a light like right there. So I'm going to show you my light.
Better?
This is all part of this process.
You turned up the screen brightness. How's that?
Oh, look at that. Yeah, big
Better?
difference. Yeah, so it's going to record like that now, right?
Yeah, should.
Was it recording like that? Do you think it was recording lower before?
No, it recorded what you saw before. You know what I mean?
Okay, well then
That was the amount of light.
this is substantially brighter. So now this is good. This is good enough.
Great. Great, great. Okay, so we're gonna break down what's going on.
Yes, well, right now you're saying that you're getting the fear. So I want to hear about this fear thing, because this is a big step, and
Yeah.
and I'm going to give a little bit of a backstory. You started working on this room that you're in about a year ago
Mm-hmm.
with this idea. And I remember we talked about doing a YouTube channel 10 years ago.
At least, yeah.
Yeah. And then, but back then we really didn't do anything. Can you imagine if we would have been so bad. We would have been, you know what I mean? All the things that we thought, like, why would people care? Now that people have channels on that very subject of just these things that were just so esoteric at the time. But the point, though, to kind of give context to who's watching, if anyone's watching, um, or if and when someone watches this, is that
Okay.
we talked about this like 10, 11, 12 years ago, but we talked about more like just like comedy shorts or doing shorts. And back then, that's all I was thinking, shorts, not thinking that you can just get onto YouTube and just start talking about anything and people are just going to like start watching. I mean, who would have thought? But here's some motivation to that point, is that with Elon Musk and putting up the Starlink and all these other satellites, we have over 1 billion people that are going to come online that have never
Wow.
been
Good
online.
point. I hear what you're saying. I understand your the possibility right now. It's like good time. Like it's not too late. Like we didn't miss the boat.
No, not at all. And this phone that I'm using is that it's the Flip Z. So like it's like this phone where I can just bend it, and it's like carrying a tripod with me,
Mm-hmm.
because I can just flip the phone and set it down at any angle, anywhere, and I can always get a shot. So it's very useful. And I now have a quiet space that I can do this in. And then also it's been really slow with work. So either I can do nothing and watch Netflix, or I can actually start building this. So I think it's all kind of worked into this perfect storm to make this all happen. But anyway, also YouTube Shorts is also newer.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be a time soon where TikTok is going to be outlawed in the United States, or they're going to have to branch off into an American branch where all that data does not leave the United States.
Mm.
So either way, and there's also a number of people now that work for, I think, 9 states that have been blocked from using TikTok. So it's already starting to happen. Anyway, full circle to this. Yes, absolutely did not miss the boat. This is the perfect time to get in for many reasons. And as we go on, we can, touch on those. But you have this room, you put up your first video today, fresh one, and now you're feeling the fear.
Totally, because like I'm letting that inner child out right now, and yeah, it seems ridiculous, like totally ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous. And I mean, I've been putting up a video here and there, but it's like I think you can relate from knowing me and yourself living in Hollywood and pursuing the dream, right?
Yeah, but it's my fault that I didn't make it all the way, because I wound up on some television shows and on billboards, and I just partied because I was like famous for a little while. And then I was invited to the best parties and everybody's giving me everything for free. Like they were treating me like a hot girl. Like the girls, that's why the girls get swept up in it, because they feel special, but then to be a guy to be treated special, that's like super extra special. So I got all wrapped up in it. And I remember going to auditions, not sleeping, still drunk, couldn't get ready. Like I'm puffy because so I blew my chance with a good time. You know what I mean? But I tell you this, after seeing what's happened to so many people that I know personally, and these other people that have made it, and I remember having a lot of money and having a house and an exotic sports car in Denver, how women were just after me hardcore. And then after I went through all that heartache and all that disaster, I just started telling women I don't have money. And then I've no longer had to deal with that. Women wouldn't like try. You know what I mean? They didn't want to get serious. So I didn't have to deal with any of that stuff that all my friends did. 100% of all my friends that got married, all of them have gone through disastrous divorces because it's just the way this whole thing works. And I've had to deal with no heartache. And then people ask me, like, why you look so young for your age? And all of my friends are way older. I go, I just didn't have that stressful, destructive life that you did because I didn't have this toxic interaction with people because everybody wants to use you when they think you have money. So anyway, the point though is that I would have fallen just like they did if I would have had money too, because you're like, oh, I got this, I got that. Like, you know, what happened to me when I was in Denver and I had that mansion. There was a shootout. Oh, I didn't even tell you about this. Oh my. Okay, that's a whole other thing we're going to talk in the future, but this is the thing, right? Let's not get sidetracked. So I want to go back to you on this. My thing's different. And I know what you're talking about, the fear of success, because there are times where I should have sat down and just concentrated and focus on the entrepreneurial side of things and said, look, let's just get this done. And I just heard the psychologist say recently that OCD separates a part of your body that goes from your intuition to where you got these ideas and you can feel like this is what we got to do, to the part that you do, where you need to get things done. And there's like a disconnect there. So you literally, in this whole new world of like short attention spans and distractions and all that type of stuff, we're like developing OCD in people. We're actually creating the environment for it. So you have to really understand it, first of all. Like the first step in AA is to admit that you are an alcoholic. The first step is actually say like, oh yeah, you know what? You're actually screwed up because you don't want to be like this. You have to acknowledge that you have a short attention span and you've got some sort of level of OCD. And then you're going to say like, okay, I'm going to outsmart it now. I have that thought and I'm going to follow through with it. So right now you are here. You wanted this to happen. It's happening. You did a little bit. And now I can see that from when I first talked to you on a call that we're not recording to the way you are now, fidgety, almost distracted, looking for something else to do, and like almost like a deer in headlights, dealing with this fear. You know what I mean? So like, how does that fear feel right now?
Mm, feels like maybe I did something wrong, or maybe I posted the video to the wrong channel. I got to really organize the channels better.
I'm going to, before we get too far and stuff, I'm going to hold on to that one, pick that one up and talk about that for a second. That falls under another thing where people, what they do, and I had a friend where we had this website we were building and when it's ready to go, but he's like, oh no, we gotta like make sure that the color's right here, the menu bar, no, let's try a different font. And we had already changed it like 3 or 4 times. So one night I just launched it myself because a lot of people just have like this fear of failure. So they'd rather just like, oh, maybe I shouldn't put out that channel. Maybe, maybe I should just take it down, or maybe I should group my channels. And then the other thing that you did earlier is when I got your text message, I just had gotten home. I was walking through my lobby and it said, oh, there's this camera. It's like, I've got another camera, but I want to get this camera. And I can see that it's a nice camera. And I'm thinking to myself, in this search that got me to this point where I've decided that I'm going to do this and how I'm going to do it, talked about like, hey, don't worry about any of that stuff. Just get on your phone. They're good enough now. Just set your phone setting to HD, to what's the high HD? It's the Ultra HD. Yeah, I think it's ultra high definition, Ultra HD. And you set it to that, which my phone is, and you just go through it. So that's why I said to you, don't forget about the camera, because you're looking for other things to do to sidetrack you. So before I called you, or before you called me, I actually was looking at my profile, realizing that I've got a bunch of videos and I've got these playlists, and all the ones I don't want the public to see, I'm going to have to hide those and group them and get this all more organized. So I have to do the same thing as well. But this is what's important is that people get to see how we're starting and they can start too.
Which video do I do?
4K. So do 4K. Is
that mirrored to you? Can you see that? Is that?
Yes, I can. I can see it perfectly. So do 4K 30.
Okay.
Which is what I'm at. We want 4K because we also get better. It's better for the algorithm for YouTube and people. So 4K, and then just do 30.
I did that. Okay. Then any of this stuff.
Yeah. Now, if we were doing, No, just leave all that stuff alone. Because for this, we don't have a bunch of action. We're with,
Yeah.
it's
4K
just us.
30. That's the setting now. 4K at 30.
What's the thing right below? What's that record? SIO, I don't know, because that's iPhone. I'm not familiar with iPhone.
Stereo sound.
Huh. Well, choose the best quality you can. Are you using a mic or are you using your phone?
I was using right now. My best thing is this laptop, I think.
Oh, okay. So you need to get a
We'll have to
microphone.
compare because
You
I don't know.
should get a microphone for your laptop. Because
Well,
microphones do sound are a lot better than the laptop microphone, and you can get it right next to your mouth.
okay, well, we'll listen to these. I feel like these are pretty clear. Maybe it's this room.
It is no, it is, but when you listen to a good YouTube video, it actually grabs you. If you feel like you're with the person,
Yeah,
they feel closer to you. That's why.
yeah.
But food for thought. That's just hold on for that for the next time. But searching for things to do to get in the way is what you don't want to do. We're just going to
No,
fight
no,
through that.
I have stuff to share. So the big epiphanies are the things that have been in the way and that have been dragging me down. Are you ready for this stuff? This is
Yes, absolutely am.
it's a
Because
big drop. Boom,
okay.
boom. And I'm trying to find a little space to write, but this is probably not the right book to write in.
You could just get a post-it note, put it on the screen like this, and then we know what new topic. You go like this and it makes it easy during editing when we see something on the screen. You could literally just write something like in a marker and just put it on the screen.
Oh, with my hand up there. I see what you're saying. Okay, well,
Yeah, yeah. And then when we go to edit, it's easy to the new subject matter. You just cover the screen with it.
oh, right. Well, the new drop is that I have been separating everything and keeping like my work life and my creative life and all the things separate. And I think you're combining them too. So in this path, that's really a path of solving the planetary crisis and why are we not living in harmony with the land, of why are we not in harmony with ourselves? Like I got lost in the bigness of it.
It's crazy. Yeah. So those are the type of things that we're going to be able to do when we have some sort of financial power.
No. This is simple stuff. So I'll go back to the simple. I was just getting all esoteric, but like I have to do some cleaning, and I need to film that of me cleaning.
So in that case, you want to do the 4K 60 frames per second because that's what we're going to speed up.
Okay.
So on that type of stuff, get yourself, just set the camera up high and get it and just have it just film, and you're just running around cleaning and organizing. And we're just gonna put that on a fast thing as we discuss it next time we talk to make sure that happens.
Yeah. And I'm modeling myself on this character that is the number one like YouTuber in the world. She know who I'm talking about, Lee.
No,
Um,
I thought Mr. Beast was one of the top ones.
I don't know. She's I know I just discovered her, but it's not about her, it's about what she's doing. They're very long form and uh find it really quick. Excuse me. Darn, I can't do two things at once. But I'm sucking right now. But like to put like the sacred and the creative and the whole thing like all together so that this isn't like here's my enlightened life and here's my laundry list. And so this character that's in Japan, like she just films planting the food and the start to finish and the whole thing, right? So
Yes.
it's a little voyeuristic and it's a little bit insane, but there's this crazy market for weird shit like this, and maybe I won't be like there's the voice of no, I can't do that, but there's this louder voice that like the path to this is kind of sharing in the day of the life, like
Yeah.
trying to get my studio a little bit more cleaned up, and then I'm gonna film me doing yoga. Deborah teaches a Zoom yoga class, so even Deborah could be in the background. Um,
You can actually have her doing yoga while you're doing the talk.
yeah, that too. That's gonna happen too, for
Yeah.
sure. I hit my
And
back,
you
but
need,
I'm on a
and you
break.
need, and you need coloring. You need coloring. So you need like a green or blue LED light on one of those walls.
Yeah,
So it
sure.
would be great if you had two different ones that point one to each picture. So each wall is a different color. It'll show depth and makes a big difference.
Okay.
Yeah. So you need to do that too.
Yeah.
Um,
Daylight too. It's amazing. So, um, but so filming today's thing was like filming inside of my head, like things that I've been holding. And what I meant by like the Hollywood thing, like how long, I don't know if you've had a calling to share and be of service in a way that's entertaining for all these years. You know, what
I
drew you
wanted
to
to,
acting.
I, I know that there are people that I've watched their careers blossom from the same position I was in, almost as in like the Owen brothers, Luke and Owen Wilson. They made Bottle Rocket, and then you got Ben Affleck and Matt Damon who made Good Will Hunting, and then you have there's several people that have actually made their own careers, and that's what I was trying for a while, but I couldn't really go through all the. I for whatever reason, in doing my other work and stuff like that, it didn't happen. But what's happened to me is I've been putting this off because it really just puts you out there. And when you put yourself out there, it opens you up to attack. And since I'm already bothered by, or people tend to like want to bother me, like
Mhm.
my sister's gone out with me. She's like, you didn't do anything to those guys, and those people are trying to like, they're trying to fight you.
Mhm.
When you go somewhere and people get all like uncomfortable because you're there, or the girls like you, hey, people get real pissed. And you go on yourself and put yourself on YouTube like this, people are just going to hate you because people do that. So I've been kind of like not wanting to put myself out there to bring on that other extra massive amount of energy that comes with it. So I just been like protective. But now with the way things are going and how AI is developing and robotics and all this unemployment, and it's such a big thing that I think that's all the topic that we'll talk about. I'd love to talk about it with you. I touched about a little bit on private, but the world's changing, and they're looking at universal basic income because there's not going to be enough work to do, and the only people that are going to survive are the ones that actually know how to manage it, and robotics, which I can do, which I can go that path as well as to actually take care of them, because that's kind of like what I do now. But I do that with my other work. I handle technology, but I can then evolve easily into robotics and take care of that. So I know I have that path, but then I continue on. So I've been doing this technology for a while now, and I'm thinking like, well, that could have been me on TV. You know, when I start to do a little bit, I start doing commercials, I start doing modeling, I do runway, and then I just like kind of pull back and I don't go all the way with it. But now, if I don't, I feel like this is my last hurrah. And if I don't do this now, I'm just going to end up doing like, I'll be wealthy doing robotics or something like that. But like, I'd rather do creative, you know? So to be able to do robotics design, if let's say I want to be creative on that side, I have to go get a doctorate, electrical engineering, gets it up that way. I have to go through the ranks um, because there's already a lot of people ahead of me in that. But in this, I have all this skill. And in the future, where AI is replacing a lot of these writers, all these different jobs, programmers, all that type of stuff. Um, what's left is people want real people to communicate with. And that's why this is important. We're going to be now real people. So, which goes back full circle with your channel, like that person you're talking about, they just their channel has to be everything. And that's what we were talking about before. So we need to put everything in our channel because it's us. But if let's say you want this, of the things that you're working on, the most people are talking about and following, what do you want to call this? Circling or consciousness or that branch? What branches? What is that?
so hard to label.
Okay,
You mean
well,
like for me personally, for us having topics, or for separate YouTube channel, or
no, I don't want no limitations for us. We're just gonna start doing it. But let's
okay.
say one of these avenues, one of these verticals
Oh,
that we're
for
gonna be
training?
talking about,
Yeah.
there's there's one that you're really attached to, that you're very like you see there's a lot of interest there, and you feel like people want to know the most about that one. That's when you could turn that into its own channel. So whatever's working for you on the things that you're doing, we can rip that out into one channel. So then we brand it. That way we can get advertising and affiliate programs, and we can launch a training course or like a study course or a community with it. And then you can monetize that on its own YouTube channel, and you then brand it as something. So you could say like Circle Crew, because I'm just coming up with something for right now, but like the circle people or something, the spherical people, because it's beyond a circle. So it's a sphere people. You could come up with some funny name like that to call it that culture, that community, and then we spin that off, pun intended, you know? So that's the way it would go. So for right now, just clean up your channel. Like I said, point all your other ones to one. Let's focus on one the way I'm focused on my main one. But I did start another podcast, YouTube channel last week, because it's about, which is completely contrary to, talking about consciousness and all type of stuff, but it's fighting and
Mhm.
about sports fighting, and I still live in this world that it's about money. So it's touches a little bit on sports betting. So that has to be spun off into a separate channel, because
Mhm.
I also have two other partners on that. So that's its own channel. So when we monetize that, we're splitting that profit. So right now, none of our channels have enough to monetize. We can't even turn on monetization. The only thing we can do now is affiliate programs, like talking about products through Amazon and then linking them, or which we should do actually in each of our videos. We've got to find a product with an affiliate link to it, and we have to add that in there so we can make some money. But when one of these things, like I said, when it starts to pick up, we can then branch it off and then brand it,
Mhm.
whatever it is. That's the way we're going to do it. Make sense? So for right now, get all of your content from all of your channels, put it on your main channel, which is your name, because behind everything,
Welcome to a new
Mhm.
you don't have to use Yvonne, but like if you want to, whatever you want to be known as, because even actors, when they start their career, they get name changes, and they get the name they want to go with. So I mean, if I think your name is cool.
Here's my main YouTube right now. This is Oprah, you know.
awakening to your life's purpose.
Whatever. She's in there somewhere.
Yeah, I remember seeing this, and we should play this. But I think would be great is
So yeah,
uh
it's confusing that I've got stand up on here. It's like a mess.
no, okay,
This
it's a
this
mess.
makes me happy. And then did you see these? The teasers?
No, I haven't seen any of this. I haven't had a chance to go to your.
That's so small. Um, so it's very confusing. Um, here's one of my favorite ones. And so I'm not in it like that, like the one I shot before, but it's just like this beautiful, it goes to pictures like that.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful photos. That's good. So it's just photos with music.
No, I'm talking or singing. Okay.
Okay, cool. So here, pause that so you're not distracted. We can just let it play but mute it. Oh, but then the other thing though, let's use it where, because I would have liked to have. I talked too long, where it when we get the file from the Zoom, it's just going to show me for a long time. So I would like to have had both of us so I can show both of us. And then because you were playing with that stuff and I think we missed it.
Right. So I can screen record the two shot on my screen.
Yeah,
I don't know how great that'll be.
I guess I
But I can
guess
also
I
change the setting in Zoom. I can change that. Um, you know,
I think that I'm going to have to record too.
okay.
So double our chances. So I'm gonna have to pay for the Zoom account as well, and I'm
Well,
going
we
to.
can't record two at once. We're in one room together,
Oh, okay.
you know?
Oh, I didn't know that.
You could zoom in on a laptop and record yourself with the phone at the same time. And have two shots, and then we could mix it.
You know what? Come to think of it, I actually have a camera I haven't even used in a long time.
Oh, and you're looking at this screen on a tiny screen right now. You're not on a computer.
No, I'm
I
not.
see.
But I just realized that I could put this on my computer. Yeah, so there's a lot, this, like I said,
Okay,
this,
so the other thing that my channels have different abilities. Like I don't know. I have what does premium mean? Oh, that's how I watch the videos. Some of them, like I have different editing abilities in different ones. It's really strange. There's some of them are so old, you know. I used to be able to live broadcast. If I would have just stuck with it, I still could.
these are all just light videos though.
I know I'm trying to find my subscriptions. Here we go.
Yeah, the subscriptions don't matter. What matters is your videos.
Right. I'm trying to find my other channels through looking at my subscription. That's how like confusing it is. There's a Ben Choo Choo. There's some Ashley.
Well, at the top right where you hit on the icon for you, it usually says switch.
There's my name's on, see? But there's only like 3 videos and 4 subscribers. This one has 13 videos. This is the one I think that has this is the one that's all about circling and stuff. This is where I should have uploaded that silly thing.
Well, yeah, you're still gonna do the, here, let's put us back together, but get both the let's get us both side by side.
Okay, let's see. I might have to stop and start the recording. You are screen sharing. Stop screen sharing. Okay, so let me see if I can change the settings in the recorder right now. I don't think so. Preferences, video. We can do this. Okay. I should keep the screen set. Record a separate audio file for each participant. I didn't do that. Optimize third party video editor. That doesn't show the setting that I thought I saw before.
Where it doesn't bounce between
Yeah,
speakers.
right. I saw it before. It's in the on the website. So yeah, so I was wondering if yeah, I should keep the circling stuff on a separate site, but you're saying do it all together at once. But the video you watched with circling is a different YouTube than the one with Oprah.
Right. That's right. So right now, none of your channels have 1,000 subscribers.
Right.
So what we're gonna do, so if you not right now, but if you were to open another browser and then go to your YouTube link, you would then see what it looks like for a regular person when you're not logged into YouTube.
Yeah, I do. I have 2 browsers.
Okay. Well, then on mine, it's youtube.com/@Michael Godinez 3RD.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
then,
have Share a Joy Cry, and it takes me back to the one with the new Earth on it.
okay. And that's in a browser where you're not logged in.
that's in the browser. I'm not logged in. Is that? Let's see.
So now you know what it looks like for the general public. And at the top, it should have your shorts at the very top.
Let me see. Hold on.
It says shorts and then videos.
Oh. There we go. Sorry. I was logged in. All right. Here's what it looks like me not logged in. I don't see any shorts. It starts with, I did some organizing a while ago. I have Y-Star stand-up comedy since 1999.
You don't have any shorts. If you did, it'll be a separate row above it.
How do you tell it if something's a short? I'm sure I have short videos.
No, it's not short videos. That's different.
Okay.
Or like a story on Instagram. There's a difference between a post and a story. YouTube Shorts is like stories. Does that make sense?
Yeah, kind of.
Well, right now I'm losing you.
I'm just looking at my stupid YouTube thing and wondering what the frack I should do.
I know, so that's why I want you to stop doing that, because I'm actually telling you what to do and you're missing it.
Okay.
And so is the people watching this.
Mm-hmm.
So what they're doing right now is they're just watching me watch you. As you look around and think and you're getting yourself overwhelmed and then fear's kicking in. Don't do that. I want to tell you exactly what to do and you're just going to do it.
Okay.
You ready?
Try that. Go for it.
Yeah. So don't do that.
Mhm.
You're going to get, but you got to choose right now though, what you want to be known as.
Okay.
Like, what is your name going to be? So when someone stops you on the street, they're going to know that you own the circling channel, but you're the person of the group or the community that owns that. So there's going to be like 2 or 3 people probably working on that circling channel. That's going to make that channel even bigger. Okay. So it's not just going to be you, but that's the thing we can here. What are you doing? I can see your eyes are moving around and you're like doing something.
Just sitting here staring at you.
Oh, okay. All right. So right now you need to look at, okay. So my name is Michael Godinez III, but I'm going to go with, I'm going to put on there Mr. Concise.
Right.
Is what I'm thinking about. So I'm wondering how to do that. Cause if I did Mr. Concise, I don't know, because I have, okay, you know what, actually so I'm kind of in a similar dilemma, because check this out. Mr. Concise, my plan is to actually go and get all of these videos and make a very short, concise version of everything, including the stuff I really like from other people. So I will spin off another channel called Mr. Concise. And that's for me.
And I was thinking you should do that with these, just like right now, you're like, okay, I'm just watching people watching me watch you. Like in your version, you cut it, and then I'm the opposite of concise.
Well, yeah, but concise is not your idea. So you're going to do something different.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I have this inspiration to do this weird long form of just like videos of my life, like being in my life, which sounds so egotistical, but it's not that.
No,
It's
no, people.
in the simplicity of the moment.
Yeah, it's like watching Big Brother.
Yeah.
It's like watching Big Brother, but more interesting.
There's something calling me to that. It's so weird and so strange.
So you're going to do it. But we need the subscribers under a channel. So otherwise we can't get monetized. So I'm also doing, like I said, I'm doing this other podcast under that other one. So that work that I'm going to do there, I'm also going to add to my channel.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll have a playlist called Mr. Concise. That way people know that it's just really cool stuff that's concise versus long form, because that's kind of the attention spans, that's where we're going. So I say, what's the name you want to go by? When someone sees you on the street, would you want them to say Share Joy,
I like that, yeah.
Share Joy, or Share Joy, or
Share
Share
a
Cry
joy,
Joy? See,
share a
Share
cry,
Cry Joy, Share
share a
Cry
joy,
Joy, huh?
share a joy cry,
Share Joy Cry,
share a joy cry.
Share a Joy Cry, Share a Joy Cry. That is, they're going to end up shorting that for you.
Share a joy or just share a?
Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo. It's, you can't say it very quickly. She got abbreviated.
Yeah,
Share a joy cry. Share a joy cry. So if I see them like share a joy cry, that's, you know what I mean? So it's gonna say like, I think they're gonna calling you like joy cry.
okay, so what do you suggest?
Joy cry. Since
Oh,
you like to have that because it's like joy and cry, which are the opposite.
I like that. I didn't see that coming. That's pretty cool.
What are you doing? I see you like you're like distracted again.
Sorry.
Totally
Sorry.
distracted. I
Sorry. All
Yeah,
right.
so it's like
So
if
do I just change it on that YouTube to Joy Cry, or do I make a new, I mean, is there any, my question I'm not asking, is there any point in making a new YouTube? Starting totally zero?
yes, but not in this case. I know what you're trying to ask. I'm just gonna tell you what to do. It's gonna be so much easier.
I'm listening.
Okay. So I'm not gonna like, be all politically correct and beat around the bush and suggest and hit. No, I'm just gonna tell you what to do. Let's make this really fast because that's the way this business got to go. We just gotta just get it done. I say this, you're gonna decide which channel by this reason. Which one? Because they're like I read to you before, it's 4,000, it's 4,000 hours viewed in a year
Ah, uh-huh.
and 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
So I mean, which one should we choose? I don't know. Let's say one channel had, 20,000 or 100,000 hours viewed, and the other one had like 10 subscribers. You know what I mean? So let's look at the new numbers. Let's go right now. Look, wait, but you don't know all your channels though, huh?
I mean, I know the main one is the Share a Joy Cry one that has the Oprah on it. That's where I got 18,000 hits, and um
And nothing else. None of your other channels have.
those big of a numbers probably.
Okay. Well, make sure, because what you're going to end up doing is you're going to end up moving all of your content from all of your channels into one channel, Share Cry or Joy Cry.
Okay.
And then when you do Joy Cry, that's going to be your new name. So you're going to do your Instagram, your TikTok, the YouTube, your Venmo, Cash App, and put that on your link tree. All this Joy Cry.
Okay.
And you'll be known now as Joy Cry. And it won't be truncated or abbreviated by anyone to JC, because JC is too common and it's used for too many people. So no one can really own JC. It even sounds too much like Jay-Z. So it's like it's gonna stay as Joy Cry. You'll be known as Joy Cry
Okay.
or J Cry. People might say J Cry.
Yeah. I used to go by Y Cry because my first name Yvonne and Crystal's my middle name, and it's spelled with a Y. And I copied J-Lo. That was at that time. And then I went to Y Star.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
I used to go by Crystal when I was teaching yoga long ago.
Do you have a bunch of yoga videos?
Did I say what?
Do you have a bunch of yoga videos?
I
Do you have any? You do?
do. I have like a footage for 90 minutes, and then I can definitely make more, but I have in the teasers, you'll see some of it. I shot on green screen at the Cable Access studio in Hollywood.
Okay, let me
teaching.
tell you what's important right now. What's important right now is that you choose one channel that has the most subscribers, okay, or views. Look at it. Plus that, okay, actually, the channel that has your Oprah thing
Mhm.
was so long ago that the 4,000 hours are going to be outside of the
Mhm.
1 year. So you're not going to have many hours viewed, but you will have subscribers. So I would look at all your channels and look for subscribers. That's what I'm guessing. And then whichever one that is, because in that case it could be any of them,
Mhm.
right? Choose that one, and that one you're going to move all the content over there. And what's the number one priority is us editing this and putting it out.
Okay.
And then when you do that, you can spend all the time you want getting your other videos and uploading them to YouTube on the proper channels or proper playlists. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Uh,
that's the beginning.
yeah. It's confusing. There's 60 subscribers versus 9 subscribers.
60 subscribers is pretty good.
Yeah.
Whatever channel that is, that's good.
That's the Oprah one.
Okay, cool. I only have, I don't know, like 8 or 9. I don't even have 10. I don't think. Oh, I've got 28 subscribers.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that one's the best one for sure. Then that's where I uploaded this goofy thing tonight. All right, so that's decided.
Yeah, that was a big decision to make right there.
Oh my God, it's been overwhelming me for like over a decade. And like, I loved having all these MySpace places. I had a lot of MySpace channels and like had different songs on different ones. And um, so I made all these YouTubes to kind of like find a way to keep expressing myself and having like the feeling like they weren't connected. And so I think that's what I was trying to say is like, I'm trying to connect all of it, including the stuff I've been dreading. Like, no, that's the stuff I need to film cleaning and making beds and doing these silly things. That is so popular. It's really a popular thing. And I don't know if I'll get watched or whatever.
Well, because remember, we're going to be making shorts of these
Mhm,
discussions. And so if you do a cleaning video,
mhm.
right? And it's going to be what, 2 or 3 hours?
Oh,
How long
I
do you think?
that long. Probably not. I probably have short ones,
30 minutes?
maybe.
Okay, well, if you're going to do stuff like that, then in that case, you want to be pumping those out like almost every day.
Like short ones. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then what happens is when we go to meet, we could start off by watching that and then discussing it. And then I can say like, well, what did you just do right there? Why didn't you just move that over there? Or like, what were you thinking with this? And like, why did you do that first? You know what I mean? We'll be able to talk about it. And that, because it's going to be wrapped up inside of this, is going to bring attention to it as well. So it's not like if you're just putting out a cleaning video, we're going to be wrapping it up inside of this. So just do it. And then we're going to do
Yeah.
this. And then we're going to edit this.
There's some more notes. Yeah. Um, yeah, I just feel like I'm getting myself too overwhelmed. It's simple. Things are simple. Things are simple, and I have finger puppets when we're in doubt.
That's very cute. Is that one or that's, yeah, it's very cute little finger puppet there.
I have a bunch of them.
So when is our next meeting?
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
When's our next meeting?
Let's say today is Wednesday. Why don't we do Friday?
Okay.
So you can do what we talked about, and you're going to get all your content. You're going to put it onto one channel. You're going to change everything to Joy Cry, and you're going to get the names for all your social media as Joy Cry.
Okay.
And you're going to do one cleaning video. So then we're going to review both of those things and talk about that. So it'll all be about this progression. And then I can fill you in on me organizing my channel. And then that's it. And then we talk more about like what our next step is from that, because that's what people want to hear. Like, how did they get started? And then, so when, if and when we are something, 6 months from now, people would say, okay, well, how do you start though? How do you start? We'll go, well, the video's on there. Go back to January. And then you see us talking like this. Well, I've got this channel, everything's just organized. I'm afraid I don't have anything.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? And they could see it for themselves. So
Yeah.
when we sell a course on how to do it, people see that it's way legit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to do this on Friday at some point. So we'll talk Friday morning, but you just have those two things to do.
Okay. So I should stop uploading to multiple YouTubes and just do it all on one. Move the
And you're
circle.
going to move everything from your other YouTubes,
Move
because
circle.
you're the owner of them. You can download them and then move them over.
Okay, I have to
You
do
have
it
to
manually.
download them.
Can't do it within YouTube.
Huh?
I have to download it and then move it manually.
Yeah, you can't move between channels like that.
Okay.
But obviously they're still staying there, just going to leave them dormant. And then that's it. Just leave them there. Don't log into them, just leave them alone. But move everything over and then put them in the proper playlists. And then look at what your channel looks like when you're not logged in. So when people land there, they see that it's organized. Because when you go to mine, it looks different than when I look at it. So you can decide what playlists show up. And
Yeah.
you could change their order. So
Yeah, and
we
there's
need to
an
get,
automatic, you can have an automatic teaser play. Like mine starts with Oprah when you get there.
for now it does, but we're gonna have to fix that because they're there for you.
Okay.
They're not there for this old, this lady that still
I
happens
love
to be
that.
around.
I love this. This is awesome. Yeah, sorry I was a little out of it. I mean, that was a big day today for me, and I am in a lot of pain, so I apologize for that. I literally threw my back out. I was supposed to go to Maui Monday.
Oh, that's right. And you literally didn't go because of that?
Oh yeah, but it's all good.
Well, let's make sure that we film on Monday as well to make it worth it.
Well, no, I was supposed to leave. I would have been there now. I'm fine. I was only going 3 days. I'd be home tomorrow. I'd be coming home tomorrow.
Oh,
But
okay.
while I was supposed to be there, I'd uploaded something really scary and really personal. But even though it might not like make a lot of sense to everybody, like, did you understand the circling thing? And I know we should pop off, but we didn't get to talk about that at all.
I watched half of it.
Uh-huh.
Wait, no. The circling, I only watched like 5 minutes. I watched half of your other thing where you have the boards and
Yeah.
your almost like flashcards or like presentation cards.
Yeah.
But I think that if we kind of like watched it together, then we can talk about it, because then I can ask you, because then it'll have more meaning. Because also, like I was saying, when I watched, your face is not on there. So why don't we keep the recap for like when we do it? We could do a recap with that one.
That's
And
great.
then on the circling, you can have all the stuff organized on your channel. So when we go to look at it, we can then have it all organized and we could watch that as well. So we'll just do all that stuff on the next one.
Friday. Okay.
Yeah, on
Alright.
Friday.
Sounds good.
All right, cool. So we have our homework for ourselves.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
Coolness.
Well, then I guess we'll talk Friday. And then, oh yeah, we've got to get a Google Drive or some sort of shared so we can share these files and have them there. So we can
Yeah,
both use them.
Google's, but I looked at my main one that's connected to that YouTube, and it only has 3 gigs. It had 15, and it's like 50 cents a month. Then it didn't say what it goes up to.
All of your Gmails have 100 gig.
Oh, this one said 15. That's weird. All right,
Oh,
well,
no, wait, I wonder, wait, I think there's a free one and then it's, oh yeah, then it's 100 gig and then it goes to 2 terabytes. That's right. I'm 2 tiers up is why, I guess.
you pay
Well,
for it? You pay for it?
I do, $10 a month,
Oh, wow.
but I backed up everything onto the net. Which I'm gonna cut this out because people don't need to know that. You become like a hacking target.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have to, huh?
I was doing something down so you could see it on video, cut out,
Oh, right, exactly. Um, yeah, I guess that's it. So,
Oh, man. Yeah. Petrified. Thanks for being kind enough, and how you said everything was super nice and wasn't too attacking. Um, redo the video.
to get the most out of it. Um, Gosh, there's something on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. I'm trying to, there's one last thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. How am I gonna get those files to you? You got to get that file to me. And this file is gonna be larger because we film longer.
This is online
So,
link though. Didn't you get it before?
oh, that's right. The link. Oh, we're already good. Okay, good. Yeah, no, we're good. Yeah, we're fine.
Okay.
We're good. Yeah,
Okay.
we got everything we need. All right, well, just send me the link
I will.
and then I'll get to that
Time your
before Friday.
process, so I'll send it to you tomorrow or something.
Yeah, because I'm thinking that I'm gonna group the first one, that link, and then this one, and make that the first episode. The beginning.
Okay.
So yeah, and then gosh, I wonder. I'm gonna do some research on whether it makes sense to put the same video on 2 channels or whether, yeah, that's
I
the
think
part I'm
you
gonna
should
figure out.
I think you should make all of them on your channel short, since you're Mr. Concise.
Yeah, I can make it, well, but the thing, the long one has to exist somewhere.
Well, you can do it on your site, but you can put them all on, but the other one doesn't matter.
Well, but then to share the monetization and make it easy,
Uh-huh.
um, that's why I think that's the main thing though, is just to keep it fair and easy. We're just the ones that we work on together. We got to just put them on both.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just have to do that. Yeah. Um, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. So we'll talk Monday morning I'm sorry, Friday morning, and then decide then whether we can just shoot then or sometime during the day or in the afternoon, and then we'll just continue.
Okay. Awesome.
All right. Well,
Bye. Stop the recording. Stop.